Hey guys, my name is Rosalisa Tesoro from PLM and I'm currently taking Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. So this video is about the top 5 latest web development tools. Websites are embedded in our daily lives, mainly in socializing, healthcare, education, research, and many more. But in order to develop these websites, we need web developers and, of course, web development tools. So here are the top 5 latest web development tools. First, we have the Visual Studio Code or VS Code. This is a popular code editor developed by Microsoft, known for its extensibility and wide range of features that cater to developers' needs. To install the VS Code, you need to go to their official website at code.visualstudio.com. And then on the home page, you'll see a prominent download button. Click on it and download the installer appropriate for your operating system. Once the installer is downloaded, double-click it and run it. Follow the installation prompts. It's actually very straightforward. The installation wizard will guide you through the installation process. And there you have it. After following these steps, you'll have Visual Studio Code installed in your system. You can now use it. Here are the top 3 features of VS Code. Number 1 is intelligent code editing like IntelliSense, syntax highlighting, and code navigation. Number 2 is extensions and customizations. Rich extensions ecosystem. It has a vast marketplace of extensions covering various programming languages, frameworks, and tools. And it also is customizable. Number 3 is integrated development environment features like debugger, where it comes with a built-in debugger that supports multiple languages, and source control. VS Code is best used in web development. Also, it has disadvantages like any other software. Number 1 is resource intensive for large project. For older or less powerful hardware, this may lead to performance issues and slower load times. Number 2 is steep learning curve for beginners. And number 3 is limited native features for specialized tasks. React is a popular JavaScript library for building user interfaces. It is known for its simplicity, performance, and component-based architecture. Before installing React, we need to install first the Node.js. It is known to be the most suitable platform for hosting and running web servers for applications built on React. To download the Node.js, go to the official Node.js website at nodejs.org. On the Node.js website, there you will see 2 different versions, the LTS and the current. It's generally recommended to download the LTS version for stability. Then once you click on the download button for the LTS, the website will automatically detect your operating system and provide the appropriate installer. Once downloaded, run the installer. The installation process is straightforward and involves clicking through a few prompts to accept the terms and choose the installation location. Then after installing the Node.js, we can now create a new React project. Let's create a new folder for the project. We are going to name it React. Then copy the location of the folder. Now go to the terminal or the command prompt. Go to the folder by typing cd, then paste the location of the folder. Type npm init react app and then react.js. This is to initialize a new project or a new React application. After running this command, wait for the process to complete. Check the folder if the application is installed. And there you have it, you successfully downloaded Node.js and React app. Open VS Code. Then let's open the folder that we made earlier. Click the folder on the Explorer tab and then go to the source module. Go to app.js. Let's go back to the terminal and then go to the React.js application. Now let's type npm start to start the application. You can copy the link that is provided and then paste it on your tab to view your first React app. Let's go back to the code and let's edit the text that we want to see on the application. And there you have it, your first React project. Here are the top 3 features of React. Number 1 is component-based architecture. In React, you create reusable and self-contained UI component that encapsulates their own state and behavior. Number 2 is virtual DOM. This process minimizes actual DOM manipulation, resulting in faster rendering and better performance. Number 3 is one-way data binding. React follows an unidirectional data flow, which means data flows in one direction, from parent components to child components. React is best used in single-page applications and mobile app dev. Here are also the common disadvantages of using React. Number 1 is complexity for beginners, and number 2, tooling and configuration. Managing the building process, dependency, and configurations can be complex, particularly for newcomers. And number 3 is overhead of virtual DOM. Angular is a popular open source framework for building web and mobile applications. It offers a robust set of features and capabilities for web development. To install Angular, you'll need to use the Angular CLI or command line interface, which simplifies the process of creating and managing Angular projects. Node.js is also needed here. Create a folder for the Angular application. Here, I named it Angular in my documents. Hold the Shift key and then click and then open the PowerShell. Copy the command provided by the website and then paste it to the PowerShell. Then wait for the Angular CLI to be installed. If you are a Windows user, you have to copy the second command to execute the PowerShell scripts. Now to create a workspace and initial application, run the CLI command ng-new and provide the name of your application. I named mine My Angular. Let's open the VS Code to open the folder. Go to File and then open the folder. Then click the Angular folder that we created earlier. Right-click the folder and open in Integrated Terminal. Let's now run the application by typing ng-serve. Click the link provided to open the application. And there you have it. We have successfully installed the Angular to our system. Here are the top 3 features of Angular. Component-based architecture. Angular follows a component-based architecture where applications are built by composing reusable and self-contained components. Number 2 is two-way data binding. Angular provides two-way data binding, which allows automatic synchronization of data between the model and the view. Lastly, dependency injection. Angular's built-in dependency injection system is a powerful feature for managing the application's dependencies and promoting modular, testable code. Angular is best used in single-page web app. Here are also the common disadvantages of Angular. Number 1 is steep learning curve. The extensive documentation and numerous concepts can be overwhelming for beginners. Number 2 is complexity and boilerplate code. This complexity can make code bases harder to maintain and read, as well as increase the potential of errors. And lastly, large bundle size. Bootstrap is a widely used statistical resampling technique that has several features that make it valuable in various data analysis and machine learning tasks. Since Bootstrap is built on top of jQuery library, we are going to download jQuery first. To download, go to its website and click the button Download jQuery. Then click the first link, download the compressed production jQuery. Then Ctrl-A and Ctrl-C. We are going to copy this and put it on the notepad. Let's now save it to your desktop. Let's create a folder and then let's put the file in there. Rename the file to jQuery.min.js and then put quotation marks on both sides. Let's now close the notepad and as well as the browser. Let's check the folder and the file. Now let's go to the official website of Bootstrap. So since Bootstrap is also built on Popper.js library, we also have to download Popper. Navigate to CDN via JS Deliver. Copy the link of the Popper. Then let's paste the link on the new tab. Same as what we did to JS Query earlier, Ctrl-A and then Ctrl-C. Open the notepad again and let's paste it there. So we're basically doing the same thing that we did to jQuery earlier to Popper in installing. So we installed jQuery and Popper.js because most of the Bootstrap poppers like tooltips, popovers, dropdowns, models, and etc. are handled using Popper.js library. Hence, we need to download Popper.js. Now that we're done installing jQuery and Popper, let's now download the Bootstrap. We're going back to the official website of Bootstrap and we are going to click the download button under compiled CSS and JS. Once the file is installed, we are going to extract it. Click on the extracted file and then we're going to cut it, Ctrl X, then go to your desktop and paste it here. And the Bootstrap is successfully installed as well. Here are the 3 key features of Bootstrap. Number 1 is resampling with replacement. This feature enables Bootstrap to mimic the variability in the data and generate multiple resampled datasets. Next is estimation of sampling distribution. And lastly, non-parametric and distribution-free. It does not make strong assumptions about the underlying probability distribution of the data, make it versatile and applicable in a wide range of situations. Bootstrap is best used in responsive web design. Also, here are the 3 common disadvantages associated with Bootstrap. Number 1 is the generic look and feel. Without significant customization, Bootstrap-based projects may look similar to other websites that also use the framework. Number 2, large file size. Bootstrap CSS and JavaScript files can be relatively large, especially if you include the full framework with all its components and features. And lastly, learning curve. It still has a learning curve, especially for beginners. Sublime Text is a popular code editor, boasts several standout features that the users highly value. To download, go to their official website at sublimetext.com and click on the download button for the version compatible with your operating system. Once the installer file is downloaded, double-click on it to run it and then follow the installation prompts. And there you have it, we have successfully installed Sublime Text into our system. Let's use Sublime Text to create an HTML program. Let's save it first in order to use IntelliSense. Since we are making an HTML file, we are going to Name it sublimetext.html. Let's save our work. And then let's check the HTML file. And there you have it. Here are the key features of Sublime. Number 1 is speed and performance. It is renowned for its speed and responsiveness. It loads quickly, performs efficiently, even with large files. Number 2 is customizability and extensibility. It offers extensive customization options through settings and packages. Lastly, multiple cursors and editing efficiency. It introduces the concept of multiple cursors, enabling simultaneously editing in multiple locations within a file. Sublime Text is best used in web development and text or code editing tasks. Here we also have its common disadvantages. Number 1 is it is not free and proprietary. It is not an open source and it requires user to purchase a license for continued use. Number 2 is limited built-in features. It provides a minimalistic interface and set of features by default. And lastly, it has a growing ecosystem of plugins and extensions, but it may not offer as extensive a library of extensions as some other popular code editors like Visual Studio Code. And there we have it. These are the top 5 latest web development tools. Thank you for listening.